sugar. Oh, honey, honey.
Good afternoon, DMDC families. Welcome back to cooking. This Saturday we had a great event, our summer event, and the beignets we made down here were so popular we thought you would like to do the recipe at home on your own. So here we have it. We are making traditional beignets from New Orleans. We have our ingredients right in front of us. We're going to pour together some warm water, a little bit of sugar, 1 packet of yeast. Now beignets are from New Orleans and Louisiana. It's like a donut. It's a powdered donut. The fun thing about beignets is that it's endless. You can add any kind of topping, any kind of filling that you want to create a really, really fabulous, delicious beignet. So here we have our yeast, our warm water, and our sugar. In a separate bowl, I've already mixed together an egg, evaporated milk, a pinch of salt, and once we've combined those two items separately, the yeast will start to froth like so. And once it's nice and frothy, just a few minutes, we're going to combine the two. And then we're going to combine the two products right into our flour bowl. And we're going to incorporate that until it's nice and smooth. Once it's nice and smooth, we're going to add about 1/4 cup of shortening. And we're going to blend it until it's well combined. Once it's well combined, we're going to have to transfer it to a lightly floured surface so we can knead the dough. We want to knead the dough so it's supple and smooth. Once we have all of our dough out on the counter, we are going to lightly flour our hands so the dough doesn't stick. And we're going to go in and knead our dough. This is a really fun project where the kids can get involved, where campers like to come in and work with the dough like a Play-Doh and really have fun with it and stretch it out till it's nice and supple and smooth. Once our dough is well blended, you'll feel it because the powdered sugar, the flour, the shortening will be well blended into a supple dough. And then we're going to transfer it into a greased bowl, cover it with a dry towel or saran wrap, and let it rise. So once you do that, you're going to let it rise for about 2 hours, up to 4 if you'd like, in a bowl. And the finished product will double in size. And here we have our dough. This is our beignet dough. And same thing, we're going to take it, return it to the nice floured surface, put a little bit of flour on that rolling pin, roll out that dough. Once the dough has been rolled out to about, I'd say 1/2 inch in thickness. If it's too thick, it won't cook thoroughly, and if it's too thin, you won't get a nice fluffy beignet. And then what we're going to do here with our beignet, again, you can have fun with this at home. You can cut it into circles, you can cut it into squares, all sorts of shapes. Here at Deer Mountain, the kids will grab the dough, they'll form it into whatever shape is appealing to them. Some like to make hearts, some like to make circles. Here I'm just cutting the dough into random pieces, but you do want to make sure that when you cut it, they're pretty similar in size, because when we fry it, you don't want some to burn and some to stay raw. So here we have our beignets. We have our hot oil. I'm using canola oil here. You can use any oil you like at home. As everyone knows, we don't use peanuts at Deer Mountain. We are a nut-aware camp, so we are using a very generic oil, a canola oil. You can use vegetable oil or any oil that you prefer at home. And here we have our beignets. And while they are cooking up, let me get this extra flour off my hands, we are going to get our toppings ready. There's a couple of ways to do this. The classic beignet is tossed in powdered sugar. And the best way to do that is to have a bag, any bag, a brown paper bag, I prefer, have a clean paper bag and fill it with some confectioner's sugar. This is a traditional way to make a beignet. And here we have our beignets nice and golden brown. I'm going to transfer it to a plate lined with a sheet, a paper towel sheet, so it absorbs the extra grease. Now we're going to do a couple of variations. On Saturday's event we made the classic beignets, where we take our beignet, put it in the bag, Again, this is something fun for the kids to try at home. Fold it over and shake it up. And here we have a beautiful beignet. This is one way to do our beignet. Another fun way to do beignet is with a sauce. And what we can do with this beignet is we can just drizzle some chocolate right on top. You can also use melted chocolate as a filling, or just put a drizzle on top, or as a frosting. And there you have it. You've got your classic New Orleans beignets and a chocolate drizzled beignet. Enjoy!